Hey folks, remote this week. I'm in a hotel room in North Carolina on the coast this week. Tropical storm Elsa is working its way through, and it provided me the opportunity to spend a little more time reading and reflecting on some YouTube videos, podcasts. I'm just a learning junkie, and it's always great to have that time to learn and try to improve. Hey, one of the things that I wanted to expand on that has been very powerful in my career, and I'll tell you, I don't know that I've ever heard anybody else talk about it. So, extremely unusual trick that I use to focus my efforts, focus my time on what will make an impact. And I call it getting a C. I've talked about it in a few other videos, but I wanted to dedicate one video to it to make sure that you understood it. Conventional wisdom is, hey, you're an overachiever, you're a driver, you pursue excellence in everything you do. That's what's, conventional wisdom. Don't do anything unless you can do it well, do an excellent job at it. Well, folks, I found that impossible, and I found it constraining. You only have 24 hours a day. You're trying to balance your priorities of work and family, life, hobbies, things like that. And if you've got 100 things to get done today and you try to do an excellent job on all of them, you're going to do a poor job on probably 10 of those 100. And you're going to be frustrated because you're going to work on the urgent because that's what somebody's screaming about, that's what somebody's asking about, and you're not going to be able to work on the strategic, the things that make it a difference in the long term. Remember our earlier video on Pareto's Law, 20% of the efforts result in 80% of the results. You got to focus on the right 20%. And a trick that I have used, and I've used this for decades, I call, again, getting a C. Okay, so here's an example. If your boss comes to you and said, I need you to research this new piece of equipment, let's call it a milling machine. We're looking at buying a new milling machine. We've got 5 of them, but here's a new state-of-the-art milling machine. And you look at it and you're saying, I don't even know why I'm looking at this. The boss just kind of said this in passing, and I could spend 10 hours on this and really do an excellent job doing a total market research on this, talk to people that are using this, maybe even go to a location where they have this, go and see. I could spend all week on this. Or I, as a leader, can look at this and say, this doesn't match the strategic priorities I see them. I want to satisfy the need of the boss, this request that came in, but I'm not going to completely change gears of my entire week to focus on this to do that excellent job. So that excellent job, I call that getting an A. It may take 5 full days to get an A. Well, it may take 8 hours to get a B. Okay, what's it take to get a C? You may be able to invest 2 hours to get a C. So hey, is this the opportunity to get a C? This is not something you're going to get patted on the back about. Hey, you did a great job with this. Today you're not going to get that pat on the back, but what is success measured on? Success is measured on what you accomplish this quarter, this year, in the next 2 years, So by focusing on the urgent, you extract your energy from the strategic. Getting a C. So those 10 things that come at you this week, get a C on those. And get an A on the things that are strategic, that make a difference at the end of the year when you're reflecting back and you're saying, hey, these were big. And in maintenance and reliability, that could be something like, lubrication. It could be something around wrench time. Could be something around planning and scheduling, kitting, all those things. But what are those strategic things that you need to get an A on? And what are the things that you can get a C on? Not that you were going to get fired, but you did the minimum, and you choose those things because you don't see them as strategic to your business. Getting a C. I'm telling you folks, it was a very powerful tool for me. Everybody else is communicating, do excellent, stand apart, always do perfect job, always do it perfect job. And there's not enough hours in a day to do that. I didn't find that very practical advice. Getting a C, that's the practical advice that I can use to focus on the strategic and to drive results. This is Joe Kuhn of Lean Driven Reliability, bridging the gap between best practices that you should be doing and the reality that you live in every day. Please give a like, share, give me a comment. I respond to 100% of them. If I can help you in any way, let me know. Joe out.